Hey guys, welcome to Smack Talk Wrestling Reviews. I am your host Boise and welcome to NXT Review. We have a packed episode for you. We have two main events. We have a tag team title match tonight and we have Bianca Belair taking on Nikki Cross yet again. With all that said and done, let's get straight on with it. Hit the music. So we kicked off the show with the NXT Tag Team Championship and it was the Raw Raiders taking on the Undisputed ERA, and that was Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. Oh my god, this was brilliant. This was a hard-hitting match and it just shows you how good the Raw Raiders really are. They are one of the best tag teams to be signed by NXT and they are proving it time in and time out. And Undisputed ERA are just over. It doesn't matter what they do. If you're the heels, baby faces, the crowd's going to cheer for them no matter what. And I was legitimately cheering for both teams because I knew this could be a groundbreaking match. Unfortunately, it is a good match. It was very, very good and I enjoyed every second of it. The problem was for me that I was like, they could have held on a little bit longer. They did the right thing. The match ended in DQ when Bobby Fish returned from injury and attacked the Raw Raiders, making sure that the Undisputed ERA continued to hold the gold in the tag team division. This allowed Bobby, Roderick Strong, Bobby Fish, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly to beat up the Raw Raiders. This was really good. This definitely continues the feud. It allows the Raw Raiders to have a legitimate claim now to continue taking on for the tag team division titles. And let's be honest, if this leads to War Games where we're going to see these guys battle it out, Undisputed ERA have got the pedigree to do really well in that match. I'm really excited. It was a great start to the show. It was exciting, hard-hitting match, and both teams really showing exactly what they needed to do to win the match. For me, it's going to get an 8 out of 10. Next up was the former NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler, and she was taking on Britt Baker. Now, you might recognise her. That's Adam Cole's girlfriend and one of the four ladies who was in All In. That's right, this is absolutely awesome. She was there as let's be honest, she was there to job out to Baszler and she did a great job. She sold really well. I actually had to go online to make sure she wasn't actually injured in the match. She wasn't, she just sold so well. The referee called off the match after Baszler damaged her arm and it looked severe, and her Baker was holding her arm. She looked like she was in severe pain. The referee just was like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "No." And then the referee just called off the match straight away. Officials came back from the back to carry her away before but Baszler wasn't finished with her and kicked her straight in the face. This is great. It gives more heat to Baszler. She's an absolute awesome heel, and it's really sending a message to Kyrie, saying the current NXT Women's Champion, saying she is coming back for her title. It's a bit of a shame because you could tell the crowd automatically the second they realised it was her, they were really behind Baker, and I think she's one of the best free agents, one of the best free agent women wrestlers out there, and she could really do a fantastic job on the NXT brand. I hope she does get a contract with NXT because I think she is awesome. So for me, it was a squash match. It sent a message. It did exactly what it wanted to, and it was a high-profile independent wrestler who she wrestled against as well. So I think this is going to be a good little 6 out of 10. Oney, Lorcan and Danny Burch were back in actions this week, and it was an absolutely good little squash match. Again, this was just reintroducing the team again. Obviously, they've been away for some time since the injuries, and to be honest, they took on the team of Bing and Rocky, which I hadn't even heard of before, but apparently Bing was the first Chinese superstar to be signed by WWE. That was interesting. But the match was really quick. Rocky and Bing did control the match at the start, but obviously Hawkins and Birch really took control after a few minutes into the match and controlled the momentum of it after that. It just pretty much showed exactly what we wanted to see. them getting more momentum, definitely going, look, we're ready to challenge for the tag team division. And it's just showing how packed the NXT tag team division is when you've got guys like the War Raiders, Hawkins and Birch, you have Undisputed Era, you have the Street Profits, you have the Mighty. These are all really big teams, and you're just like, man, I can't. You know, and let's not forget the Forgotten Sons before I forget them. There's so many teams in the NXT tag team division. You're like, it could be a real scramble to the gold right now, and it's really exciting times. And yeah, so I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10. It did exactly what it needed to do, and it was fun to see Hawkins and Birch in action. This moved us on to our main event of the night, and it was Nikki Cross taking on Bianca by Belair, and this was much better than what we got last time. Don't get me wrong, last time these two took each other on, it was fun, it was hard hitting, and it ended in a double count out, so both women, neither woman lost. This again was such a hard hitting match. Bianca Belair, I thought this was going to end in either Nikki or Bianca really getting the victory. I'm liking what WWE are doing right now. They're keeping these kind of rivalry between the two, yet having Nikki Cross, who's very much involved in the Aleister Black situation, linked into every other storyline, which is great right now. This was exactly what I wanted to see. Bianca Belair did everything physically possible, but Nikki Cross, being absolutely a beast and absolutely certifiably insane, could just constantly getting attacked and beaten, and he just wasn't going to hold out. Bianca Belair even used the whip on her hair to try and take out Nikki Cross, and it still wasn't enough to take out Nikki. It looked like Nikki finally got the upper hand. They both came off the top of the ring, the lights went off, and a familiar tune started playing. That's right, Aleister Black, the former NXT champion, was back on NXT, and he wanted to speak to Nikki Cross. He was sat in the ring, he calls across Nikki, she whispers in his ear, and his face just turns from complete calm to absolute rage. Who could it be? Who could it be the one to attack Aleister Black? Nikki's told Aleister, now what, we have to wait and see how this develops. For me, my theory is it's Johnny Gargano who's turned heel. That's my theory right now, but I think it's either Johnny or it's Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa working together to take out the former NXT champion. But we'll have to wait and see. But this was a great way to end the match. It ended the match, and it just ended the match. So Bianca Belair is still undefeated, and Nikki Cross and her can still continue that feud once everything else is sorted with the Aleister Black situation. So that's great. I really enjoyed that. So for me, it's going to get an 8 out of 10. It's worth watching because it's a hard-hitting match to enjoy. And there you go, guys. That was NXT First Week. What did I think? I thought it was a really good episode. Some returns which I wasn't expecting. And to be honest, it was a lot of fun. I can't wait to see how everything develops, especially with the Raw Raiders and Undisputed Era, Nikki Cross and Aleister Black. To be honest, I want a partnership with these two. I think Aleister Black and Nikki Cross could be a really lethal team. Working together, and I want to know who attacked Aleister. Like I keep saying, my theory is it's Johnny Gargano or Tommaso Ciampa. One of those two definitely attacked Aleister Black. But yeah, what was your favourite part of this week's episode? Leave it in the comments below. If you do like our videos, please like, subscribe and press the notification so keep up to date with all our videos here. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can do it. It's at Smack Talk YouTube, that's Smack Talk, and then you and Tube. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do it. It's at Boise88. And I'll see you guys next time on Smack Talk Wrestling Reviews.